Hi everybody, Miss Divekar here, and I'm going to work through Lumberman's song with you. So, when I look at this, I actually was watching Mr. Johnson's video and I realized something super cool, and I wish I had known it before. If you go up to display on your screen and you click on that drop down menu that says beat cursor, you can go to flow cursor, which I so much prefer because the beat cursor jerks from beat to beat, whereas the flow cursor just moves along as time moves along. So I'm going to play it for you so you can hear both the song and how the cursor looks. So as I listen to that, one thing I'm hearing right away is that the accompaniment is just far too loud, like you can hardly hear the part going on. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn that accompaniment down and listen to it again. This time I'm going to go ahead and practice through it pizzicato. Make sure you don't record when you're not feeling that... when you're not feeling very confident about it. Make sure you record when you are feeling confident. As I go to sight read this piece while I press the play button instead of the record button, I'm noticing that I've got C naturals and F naturals, except for the places where there are accidentals. I see a G sharp in there, which for me means a high third finger, and I'm seeing repeat signs. Again, looking through the piece, I see fortes and pianos, I see crescendos, so I'm thinking about what I want to do with my bow. So if I've got a soft sound, you need to go closer to the fingerboard, less weight on your bow, maybe a smaller bow, and the opposite for forte. So make sure as you're sight reading and you're looking through those things, you've got an idea of what those things sound like. All right, I'm going to press play and pizzicato right through. So you can see I missed the repeat sign, and that was a really good reason for me just to go ahead and press play before I press record, because I would have totally messed that up. And again, you know, it's not important to get 100%. It's not important to get all the green notes. It's important to learn from the process. It's important to learn about all these things. But I know personally it would have frustrated me if I had missed the repeat sign when I pressed record. So that's one reason I really like the concept of just having that play button and going through that first. So I'm going to leave the metronome at about where it is. I feel like it's loud enough for me to hear the tempo, and also with that cursor, I know like right about where I'm going to play. So one thing I'm going to do is go ahead and practice, here's my bow, practice the second to last and last measure because it goes from piano to forte. See how I'm using larger bows, more weight as I go through that crescendo. I'm going to try that again just for practice sake. Okay, so I feel a little bit better about that. Then I'm seeing staccato, legato, and neutral markings. So I'm going to go through and try to figure out how I'm going to go through those. I'm going to play the first two measures. So neutral to staccato. So that was not quite the sound I wanted. I'm going to try again. So I realized the first time I played that through, I didn't actually make the difference between forte and piano, even though I made the difference in articulation. So, you know, as I'm going through these, you know, it's all about the learning. And as I practice this and practice, I'm noticing more and more things about my playing. So yeah, I would definitely not go through and record it right away. I would definitely press the play button several times so you can play with the accompaniment or play it on your own and really work through some of those challenges. So before I record, I would go ahead and practice this. And the due date isn't for a couple of days, so you know, it's always good to go ahead and Practice it even for a couple of days. You don't have to submit it right on the day. Now, that doesn't mean to wait till the deadline to practice it. It means start practicing early so that when you go to record it, you feel prepared. All right, so assuming that I've practiced and done my due diligence here, I'm going to go ahead and record and show you how that sounds. So I feel pretty good about that. I'm going to go ahead and submit it by pressing the submit button. Again, if you can't submit it, put a note in Schoology. Remember, Schoology is where we need you to put a note as soon as you've submitted a Smart Music. Regardless of how it went, whatever happened, just make sure you go ahead and write that note in Schoology. So follow those directions, write that note in Schoology. So I'm going to go ahead and press submit. And if it happens that Smart Music just isn't working for you, it's picking up all of your overtones instead of what you're actually playing, it might be a good idea if you've got another device, if you've got a phone or something, to record it on your phone, and you're totally allowed to upload a recording. But since it worked there for me, I'm going to go ahead and submit, and the next thing I'm going to do is put that note in Schoology. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Bye.